Everybody, this is Artisan Loom here once again with another original design of mine from way back 38 weeks ago. This is called the Azure Reef, and let's see, this is how I presented it on my Instagram. So it is kind of neat with those pictures. I think the colors look great. I'm gonna use somewhat of the same colors, just maybe switch it up and do a couple LEs and do some similar colors to this blue, but not the exact. I'm going to try to keep these beads the same because I think it's really neat. So anyhow, this was way back when, before I started untwisting my bands, which, as you know, it's a pet peeve of mine. Anyhow, so I'm going to try to do this one in a full wrap, because back then I didn't do full wraps. So I'm going to try to get this one done for you today. And it is a 3-pin bar setup. Set up the exact way as if you took it out of the box, and 2 full loom links along. Okay, today I'm going to do my border in LE, and I forgot the name of this LE, if this is Blue Ocean or I'm not sure. There's a darker blue and then there's this blue, and I'm not, maybe it's Blue Frost or something. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I'm going to use today. So basically you're going to do like a normal border. Okay, follow it all the way up the loom. And stop the second peg from the top, and then go in towards the point. Okay, shall return in just one moment. At this point, I am going to, let's see here, yes, instead of black, I'm going to be using another LE, but it's called LE Carbon, so it's just a little bit lighter than a black, like a charcoal color. And I'm going to do a single chain up the center. And that's going to have no beads on it. Okay, so go ahead and finish that part. I have that part done. Now this is where it gets confusing on my pictures, which doesn't help you out any. What I did was I went ahead and beat it up on a, this is metallic silver, but I beat up some of these bands, and I don't know exactly how many I'll need, but I'll go ahead and show you. It won't be, probably be like 4. But I'm not 100% sure. So I beaded this up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from this left peg and stretch it across like that, okay, to where that lays in the middle there. Then I'm going to take another, just a metallic silver, and stretch it around and make that long X, okay. And at this point, I'm going to take another of my border color and bring it straight across. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to use a darker color, which will be the metallic blue. Let's do that, because that's what I originally had on it. And so you do the X from the left to the right to the left, and then put a band straight across, okay? And then we're going to go up to this next peg. We're going to, from right here, we're going to do the same thing, except for what I have on mine is a, where are they? I strung some of these rhinestones. So my next one will be, instead of this black bead, I'm going to use a different bead and do a rhinestone. So we're going to skip here and go from here straight up like that, which that should try to be in the center as well. So I'm going to try to push it down into the center with my hook. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to take another silver, metallic silver, and stretch it over like that. Okay, at this point, what we're going to do is put a band. Okay, I see what we're doing. We are going to take another band, and I'm going to use my metallic silver, and I'm going to place it right there. Okay, I know it's really strange. Okay, so let me start off again. Okay, we went from here to there with the silver with the black bead on it, and then we went from the right to the left with the silver plain band. Okay, I forgot to put a band right here at the front, which will be right underneath this X. Okay, and then you'll put another blue band across here. You skip one and go up here, and you do the rhinestone band going to the right, a plain band to the left, and then on the bottom of the X, I placed another band with a big bead on it, okay? And then at the top of this X, we need to go ahead with another blue band. Okay? Should they stay in the right order? Okay, let me see. And then we're going to skip one. And we are going to, let me figure out which, let's see that. Okay. Then we are going to go back and use this round bead one. And I'm going to skip one right here. Do just like we did at the beginning. Want that to be in the center, so I'm going to use my hook to bring it into the center. Okay. Then take a silver band and stretch it across. So you'll need really stretchy bands, and I find that the metallics work best for this. They're super, super stretchy and also opaques. Okay, so go across here, and then we need another blue band going from the bottom. Let's see here, hold on. There's that. Let me see, I might need a different band on the bottom. So there's that one, that one. Okay. I think what I'm going to use is another one of these bands. Nope, just a plain blue. Just a plain blue. And at the top, just a plain blue. Okay. All right, let me make for certain. I'm going to just look at my notes while I got you here. Okay. Yep. And that would be a blue band, and that would be that black band. Okay. Yep, that's right. Okay, so now we are going to do a rhinestone one. Okay, so we're going to skip one here and do the rhinestone, and I want to make sure the rhinestone is facing the right way too, so I'm going to slide this until I know that it's facing down. Okay, so from there to there, and it's kind of still not facing where I want it, so I'm going to slide it. There we go. And then I'm going to take my hook and move it towards the center. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to take another silver, go to the left. And just as we did down here with the rhinestone one, we're going to put one of these bands with this big bead at the bottom here. Okay, in the center, and then a blue band across the top. Okay, now after we did that, we're going to go back up and we're going to do another these big black balls. So we're going to go right here, and stretch it across to where it's in the center. Take a plain silver, go to the left. And you don't have to, if you're using completely other types of beads and not using 3 different types, then you don't have to worry. It's always going to be a band going across, a beaded one going in the center. So I'm just showing you in case you want to make this exact ones with similar beads. Okay, so at this point, after we did that, it's going to be a blue band going across, a blue band going across the top. Okay, so next will be a rhinestone. So I'm gonna make sure I got the right side that I want. Sometimes it's a little, you have to kind of slide it on there. Pull this and slide the rhinestone back and forth to get it to lay flat. So I'm going to go across like this and have that sit in the center, as good to the center as I can get it. And then another silver going across. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Let me try to, okay, there we go. And now at this point, we're going to use one of these again. And then a blue band. So basically, wherever you put the rhinestone, at the bottom of the X will have one of these bands, and then the top will have the blue band. Okay. Anytime that you're having this glass ball right there, it's going to always have a blue and a blue. If you're going to do my version, doesn't matter what beads you use. I'm just trying to recreate this one. Okay. So then I've got another one. And I'm going to go from here across, and then another silver going across like that. Okay, there's going to be a blue going at the bottom of that X and at the top of the X. Okay, and now we need, skip that one, go to the next one, which will be this one, and it's not sitting the way that I wanted, so I'm going to have to, okay, I think I got it. And another silver. You know what, we may need to change the border on this. Okay, and at this point, whenever I said there was a rhinestone, it's going to have one of these big beads. I'm trying to use different types of beads and to make it kind of look like a reef, sort of, with the different textures and whatnot, like that picture. And then I'm going to use a band going across. Now, I think what we're going to need to do is, I think we got to stop one before, because this really needs to be, right here needs to be our ending and not here, okay, because we can't make another full X. So let's do this. Let's take a band off, these 2 bands off, and then we'll just lay that one there, bring this one to the center, bring that one to the center, and then since this is already sitting there, bring that one across, okay? That's where we're going to end it. Sorry to be confusing. Simple enough. It's just we don't have enough to make. And, you know, the reason why I'm confused, too, is because on my pictures that I took, I only did a half loom, so I wasn't sure how far to go up, and I didn't bother counting, so my bad. Okay, what is the dog dying out there, or what? Okay, anyhow, I've got my windows open. Okay, so this was your last one. You did your rhinestone X, and then you put that big bead there, and now we just need one blue band to go across. So this is what it should look like. I normally don't stay on with you, but I think everything was so confusing. Okay, now what I'm seeing on my, let me look through here, because what I'm seeing is that I'm going to need to put, okay, for whatever reason, I know we've got this silver one going across here, but it's also wanting me to have a blue one on top of the ones that are the silver with that big bead. So, actually, what it's, sorry to confuse you. Okay, we're done with the X's. Next step, let's start over afresh. Okay, so now we have to make sure that we have blue bands, these blue metallic bands going across every peg, okay? So we're going to go across here. Get some more bands. All right. And I know that we have this silver band going across, but it wants you to put, I created this, whatever. Let's put a band across every peg, even if there's already a silver one. We're not putting it doubling up on the blue one, just wherever there's a silver band or a plain band or no band. So that one had a silver band, so we put that there. We're going to put that there. That has a band, that has a band, so we're going to go up to this one across. This has a silver band, so I'm going to go across with the blue. I'm going to go across because there's no band there. Skip the next two. Go with this one. Okay, skip this one. This has a silver band going across, and we're just going to go across. And then the one right there. Okay, now every one should have a blue cross band going across. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is, let's see what would be the easiest way to do this. Okay, so, and I guess it doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do is use a black opaque, and I'm going to put, I'll show you. We're going to work on this part next, right there, where these bands are twisted. Okay, so I'm going to get some, well, I thought I was going to get some black opaque. You can't really see the color. See? You can't really see. Well, you can a little bit, so maybe I should. Debating on whether to go with an LE. Let me just do an LE since I have them sitting right here. I'm going to continue on with what I used for my center, okay? And basically we're going to take our hook, and what I'm going to use is some blue, glitter blue. So I'm going to take my band. Well, actually, I'm going to take my glitter blue, and I'm going to wrap it around 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So there should be like 4 bands on here. You see that? Then I'm going to take my LE or whatever band that you're going to use, and you're going to bring it. I really don't like using my hook like this to do this part, so I may switch over to my crochet hook. But anyhow, that's what it's going to look like. And what we're going to do is, I should have made up a bunch of these, but I think what we're going to do, yeah, we are going to start here, and we are going to bring this, you're going to put it here, oops, sorry, there, to there, okay, and do it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, or, yeah, well, it's 3 times, but you got 4 on your hook. Bring all these over, okay, and they'll be just like that. Then I'm going to take it and I'm going to go across this pin. Okay? Very simple. See that? Do it again. 1, 2, 3. And there'll be 4 on there. See that? And then slide them on. I have a hard time doing this. I do it much better on my crochet hook. Okay? So then we have this. And what we're going to do is connect it from there to the center. And we're going to do like a zigzag. Okay? Do another one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This is not going to work for me, I don't think. I'll have to do till I go off camera and can fix it. Okay? So we did that. And then we're going to connect it from there to there. Okay? So that's what we're going to do all the way down the loom. Okay, so what we did was we wrapped a band 3 times around, slid it onto the band, and placed it from there to there, another one from here to here, here to here, here to here. So we're just going to do this number all the way down the loom. It's going to be a zigzag all the way down. So I'm going to let you finish, and I will meet you back and show you what the loom looks like. So, now that we have all these done, this is what your loom should look like. It should look like you did it from in a zigzag pattern all the way up, okay? Very simple, all the way up. Okay, so now that we've finished that, we're ready to turn our loom around. What we're going to do is we're going to need to put a cap band on this left peg. I'm going to do a triple, just like that, right there. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to loop up what we just laid these going all the way up, okay? So we're going to take that, go in the cap band, grab that top band, bring it to the center, go back in the cap band, to the right, and then you're going to go in through here towards the center, go back in, the band that's going, get it cornered up. Okay, probably should be pushing our bands down as we go. Okay, go in here to the center. Might be kind of hard to get in there because of that big bead. Basically, you're going to do this all the way up the loom. One last one to the center, and then go in here and go to the right. So just do your zigzag all the way up the loom. Okay, and I'll meet you right back here. Now that we have that done, what we're going to do is we're going to go in through that same cap band and grab that top blue that's going across and bring it to the right. Okay, now we're going to go in through this side, grab that top blue and bring it to the left. Okay, and through this one, bring it to the right, and through this one, bring it to the left. So alternate left to right, right to left to right to left to right. Okay, and you're going to do this all the way to the end. So I will let you have at it. Okay, next step are these big X's. We're going to go in through this cap band and grab this silver and bring it straight over. Go into this one, grab that silver, and bring it just like that. Okay, here's the next one. You go up one, grab that silver, bring it to the right, go into here, bring the silver to the left. And you're going to finish that part all the way up. That's what you're going to be doing on all these big X's. Okay, so since we did that, the only other things that we need to do is we need to loop up the center. So we'll go ahead and, well, I guess I'm going to need a cap band there. So I shall put a cat band here, a triple cat band, just because I can. Okay, you can use a double, whatever you want. So we're just going to go in through here and just do a single chain all the way up. Okay, very, very simple. And then when we get done with your single chain, we're going to come back here, go in through the cat band, and we're going to loop up the border, just like so. Simple, simple border, very easy border. Okay, so single chain up in the center, then come back, left, right, single border, or the border all the way up into a point, and then get your C-clip handy because we're going to get ready to pull it off the loom. Okay, I finished all the way up the center and the border. What I did want to mention is, if you recall, we laid some silver bands that had the real big, oh gosh, I don't have one handy on me. Remember these, if you can look in here, you remember these beads right there, the big one, not the round one, the like big spacer beads right there. That had at the bottom of the X, well, excuse me, the big spacer bead that we used went on the bottom of one of these X's of each. Now, how did that go? Well, I'm not going to try to explain to you. All I'm going to tell you is that don't be alarmed if this silver bead, see, I know, the silver band, see this band right here, right there, that is going across, that's not been looped, that is one, oops, excuse me, right here, this band. Okay, that band is not looped, that just stays like that, so that's why I never mentioned doing the, see, there's another one down here. That one's not looped up, so no worries, just do exactly what I did and it'll come out just fine. We're just not going to loop over any of the ones that had the silver bead with the big spacer, just so you know. Okay, well, I did get my C-clip out, and then I just knocked it off the table. Of course, I have cream color carpet, and you're never going to find it, so I'm going to have to get another one out of my little stash of, did I say C-bead? I meant C-clip if I did say that. I don't even know. It's getting late. Okay, so here's my C-clip. And what I'm going to do is come up here, put my hook through, grab the band, bring it up, put it on my hook, and add the C-clip right there. And I'm just going to let it hang out over there on the hook. Okay, at that point, we're ready to take this off. So, probably just going to take it off these sides first. And then we can take it off this, it'll just pop off the center just like that. You just have to push it towards yourself and then pop it up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I just took this off the loom. Not a whole lot I have to fix because I used the LE bands, and pretty darn nifty. I may have to fix some bands. See how that one's in the middle of that little There, maybe just like that, and just kind of get it to where I want it. See how that one is right underneath there? Maybe just bring it on the other side like that. Maybe do the same thing with this silver one. Just like that. Just place it where you would like it. It's not too bad. Okay, here it is, the Azure Reef. Look how cool that is. It's pretty darn cool if you ask me. Problem is I made this entirely too long. Entirely too long. That is a little bit big. See, because if you put, mine is an average size wrist. Unless you like it a little bit loose to where it's not, actually it's quite comfortable. I won't need an extension at all. Let me see what this thing looks like once I put it on, because I would say that if I would recommend not going the full loom length like we did. See, that's kind of big. And if you used other kind of bands that aren't as tight, then it's going to be even looser. So average size wrist. See, it's kind of wanting to hang a little bit, just a smidge. So it's quite comfortable though. But I think that's what I'll do. I made this one entirely too big. I think we could stop after this one X and not go up to the next X. So I think if we left one full X off at the end, then it would be perfect. So I'm thinking that it would probably be right to here. At least I think it would be to there. That would be a good, I don't have hardly any bands to fix, so I'm glad that I chose to do the LE. But like, say if we stopped here, well, right where that one is, then it would be perfect. So anyhow, depending on how big your wrist is, if you have a larger wrist, then this would be perfect. If you have a smaller wrist than me, then this is going to be way too big. Okay? So I just think if I came off one bead, okay, so that's right. If I came off one bead from the end, so in the tutorial where it says to add this last bead, whether it's this one or this one, I'm not sure on which side, that's the one you're going to stop at. But I will put that in the description box, and hopefully you'll be able to catch that before you make it. But that is pretty neat. I love this, and I love the different kinds of beads. And actually I'm probably going to twist it over to where this side shows, because that's the whole point, not the black bead showing. Just realized that the best part of the bead is not even showing. Right there. Look at that. Now that's something cool. Okay, well, this is the Azure Reef. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you decide to make one, if you could tag and hashtag me at Artisan Loom, and also on my Facebook, Artisan Loom Bead Queen. And till the next tutorial, take care. Bye.